Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
The last Woodward Wings episode before there is regular season Red Wings hockey.
Damn.
Spencer, we made it through the dark ages of the summer where it was just us honestly joking and chirping with each other. But now we have real hockey and we are so back.
We are so back. It's awesome. Obviously, still preseason games to be played because the Red Wings have 8 preseason games for some reason. I think it's just
way too many.
So stupid to have 8 NHL preseason games.
Many.
But no, yeah, you're right. I didn't even realize that, but it's awesome. Regular season hockey is right around the corner. Can't wait for that to start. Again, check in with Spenny. Met 2 other legends recently.
Generational run.
Number 1 was Mo Sider. I met him. He was in line getting coffee. Well, he wasn't in line. He was in line waiting for his coffee. He was actually leaving, right as I walked in to order mine. So I just saw him, and I was like, hey, good luck this season, Mo. He's like, thank you. And he walked out. Like, big
hell yeah, dude.
German
Generational spending run. Come on.
And then, if that wasn't good enough, if the best defenseman on our team now wasn't good enough, I met the greatest defenseman of all time, Nick Lidstrom. And we share the same coffee order. We both drink the same thing, so that's pretty cool. But I walk in, right, and I'm just getting in there for the day. I see him. He's sitting down drinking his coffee, doing whatever. I was like, all right, I'm not going to say anything, not bother him. I just walk in, put my lunch away, go out in the back, smoke my morning joint, and then I go in to order my coffee, and he's in line. And so I was like, I was so nervous. I didn't know what to do. I didn't shake his hand or introduce myself. I didn't tell him my name or shake his hand or anything. I just walked up to him. I saw him. I was like, hey, how you doing? He was like, good. How are you? I was like, good. D-Mac said I could say hi. I started talking to him, and he's a really nice guy. I told him, I was like, yeah, studio's right over there. He's like, oh, that's sweet. And we talked about ASP, and he said he likes what he's seeing, and obviously he's got to finish the preseason strong, but he likes what he sees out of the kid. So it was really cool. That's like hockey Jesus to me. And so I got to meet him, and he has very soft eyes. He looked at me. I almost fainted. Taller than I expected. He was 6'2", probably, I would guess. So yeah, it was awesome to see him. Shout out to Nick Lidstrom, the GOAT.
Absolutely. I mean, you're on a generational run, man. I guess I need to leave the studio more often, so that you can meet all these people, because it's always when I'm not there. So
I've been getting in early, now that I've met, Cromwell, and I met Anzalone and Barnes and Lidstrom and Sider and stuff, and so I'm getting up early, getting into work earlier, so I might be able to catch some of them.
I mean, it's an elite strategy. I will say that. What's not an elite strategy is yesterday, I don't remember if it was in the Cubs game or the Tigers game, but they played a commercial for the NHL on ESPN, and then he was like, I'm not watching that. Just bluntly, straight up. And I was like, what are you doing?
Who said that?
I don't remember which announcer. One of the play-by-play announcers for the Cubs or the Tigers game literally said, I'm not watching that after the NHL commercial. Crazy take. Me and my friends were all sitting there looking at each other like, What are you doing? You literally work for ESPN. So hopefully he gets,
He's going to get chirped for sure. That's what an asshole. I'm not watching that. Cool, buddy. We know people don't watch hockey, but the people who do, you guys, you sickos that are always listening to us, we do it for you. We appreciate you. I know you're excited. Absolutely. And that's the best thing about Red Wings fans, specifically about you guys, about hockey. If you put shit out talking about hockey fans are going to watch it. They're going to consume it because there's such little out there. And I don't claim to be hockey elite at all. I love the sport, and I love the Red Wings, and I'll watch some games here or there, and I obviously tune in for the playoffs, but I'm not dialed into every single thing that's happening in the NHL. But I love the sport of hockey. I like to talk about it. I love the Red Wings, and you guys put up with me, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, shout out to everyone, for real. But we got to get into it. So the Wings cut down to 28 the other day. They sent Costa and Labardi down to that we knew it was coming. It wasn't any type of surprise. So now they have 10D, 15 forwards. We talked about it pre-show. the kids are playing well.
How can I
However,
reach
we
these
got to temper some
kids?
expectations here because I know like I have written the hype train very high. You always are pulling me back in, making
Yep.
sure I'm not too up in front of my skis. So say what you want to say about MBN because he is your king.
Yeah, I love this
I
kid.
mean,
I
you're
mean,
Viking, honestly, not
my
your king.
Viking,
You're
yeah,
Viking.
and this is Friday when we're recording this, so last night he looked great. He was making a lot of plays in the offensive zone. He was putting so much pressure on the defenders, on the goaltender, putting pucks at the net, crashing the board very hard. Obviously, they didn't even talk about his assist on that goal. Like, that wasn't just a puck that squeaked through or a deflection, or he meant to do that. He meant to send that over there, and it was a beautiful pass for a wide open goal. And that is him. That is him winning puck battles. That is him putting pressure on the defense, collapsing everybody so he can kick it out or so somebody can get an open shot. And the Red Wings were just dominating the Maple Leafs yesterday in shots on goal and in pressure overall and opportunities. And he played a big role in that. He's getting first line minutes. He's out there playing with the big dogs. It's not like he's playing with Jonathan Berggren. Like he's playing with Larkin. He's playing with Raymond, and he's getting these minutes. And you love to see that because he doesn't look out of place. He doesn't look like he's struggling out there. He's making the right reads. Like I said, he's putting pressure on the defense, and he's showing his knack to find open spots as well as. And this is what I love most about him. And I know this is part of the regime change going from Lalonde to McClellan where it's going to be happening more. But even before Lalonde and before McClellan, I always feel like Red Wings players were too passive and too like we have to find the perfect shot. We have to set up the perfect opportunity. He just lets that shit go. And when it touches his stick, he's fucking putting it on the net. And he's got a rocket. So I love everything he brings to the game. That being said, I don't expect him to make this team. He's kind of just playing JVR minutes right now and filling that spot. I expect him to get some ice time, some consistent ice time this year at some point, some prolonged ice time. I won't say consistent, but prolonged ice time at some point this year with the Red Wings. I would love for him to make this team out of camp, but I just, from the track record of this team, from how they like to do things, I would be very surprised if he did.
And I understand that. He lets that shit bang,
He
he
does.
lets that thing go. Like, he literally is shooting corners, and I love it. One thing that has surprised me about MBN, and we've talked a lot about how good of a prospect he is, one thing I didn't expect was his vision. His vision and how he sees the ice. And it's not just in an offensive attacking position. It's also on the forecheck. He is just always in the right spot. He finds the open space very well, which makes him such a great goal scorer and what was so attractive to the Red Wings in the first place. I think if everything goes to plan, this is your first line going forward at some point. Not right out of the gate, but
I think it's
maybe
next
some
year.
point this season. You think this season?
I think this is your first line next year. I think Larkin, Raymond, Brent
Yeah.
Segnegaard is your first line next year.
And I think that's possibly why they're being so hesitant in the trade market as well to bring in a top six forward because of contract situations and because of the fact that they know what they have. They also have, they got the emergence of Emmett Finney, who now he's looked up and down the lineup and said, oh, we got to find a spot to fill him in here. Is he going to make the opening night roster? And then we also have, Danielson is hurt right now, who also was pressing for the roster. You think none of the three are going to make it?
I think if any of them will do, it's going to be ASP. The Danielson injury does open things up a little bit more for MBN, but I think he needs another injury to really solidify that. And, JVR obviously wasn't an injury. It was personal reasons, and he's been back at practice, and he's been back with the team. So that's not going to happen. But no, I think out of everybody, Danielson had the best shot. And obviously the injury hampers that. But out of the guys remaining, if I had to put my life on one of them making it, it would probably be ASP. Just because you could clear space for him easier than you can clear space in the top six for MBN.
Absolutely, because there is a significant drop off to that sixth defenseman on the Red Wings.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love that. I think that through this preseason, he's really progressed defensively and how he needs to play as an NHL level defenseman, the physicality, the stick skills. I thought he did not look out of place defensively, and then offensively, you see the talent every time he touches the puck. He is and then he was playing the wall as well on the power play yesterday, which was good to see him being able to use his one-timer, which is where he played for Team Sweden.
Yeah, it was nice seeing him run point. It was.
It was. So lots of things going right with ASP right now. I want to say that he makes the roster. I really do, because he looked great. And I
you'll
think
get your jersey fucking game 1.
I mean, that would be ideal.
That's a nice perk.
Just like it is a nice person, but I want it for this team. Like, I wanted it for this team. We literally just have a bunch of slow defensive defensemen who are old as shit back there. And you know what breathes some life into a Ben Sherratt? Playing with ASP.
Yeah.
Playing with someone who can completely cover the lack of speed that you have, your inability to get the puck out on breakouts. And I do think that's a dynamic that really adds to this team, as well as that second power play unit has another weapon that they can add in there to make them a more lethal unit as a whole.
Yeah, I don't know if lethal is the word I would use when talking about the Red Wings second power play unit, but like we talked about, it's not like they're going to be getting any prolonged time in any type of power play.
They get the 30 seconds.
They little cleanup, chucking it. That's why I wouldn't mind seeing, like I said last week, I wouldn't mind seeing Soda on that unit. If it's just going to be 30 seconds, chuck it at the fucking net, put that big asshole in front of the net. But
Soda's look good too.
He has looked good, and that's good because he's, you like to see, we talked about it, that bottom six solidified. And with guys like Soda looking better, with guys like Mazur being healthy, with guys like Appleton you brought in, that is important pieces of solidifying that bottom six. But back to ASP, yeah, I broke bread with arguably the greatest defenseman of all time on the topic, and he, small flex, but no, it's good to see ASP run point, like you said, on the first power play, because that's eventually what you want him to be. As soon as he's getting like a long stretch of time in the NHL, he's going to be the guy running point on your first power play. So you like to see him get his feet wet there. And much like I said with MBN, he looks like he belongs. He doesn't look out of place. He's not getting bullied around. I mean, he is a little bit, but that's going to happen because of his size and because of his age. These big defensemen or these big forwards, they're going to put the body on him. They're going to test him. They're going to show him, like, is the fucking NHL kid. I don't care if you got 3 names. Here's a forearm to the back of your head. But, like, he's got to learn from that. He's got to listen to guys like Aljo, who isn't the biggest dude, but he throws the lumber around there. So, yeah, it's good to see him looking like he belongs, not being bullied, not looking nervous. Because even for Grand Rapids, like in the playoffs, he looked kind of out of place. He didn't really look like he should be there yet. And so for him to do this in the preseason, that's a vote of confidence of, okay, all right, he's settling down because he should be there and he should look this good, and he has been. I know it's the preseason, but you'd rather see him look like this in the preseason than he did in the playoffs.
Absolutely. And there's 100% a route for him where he goes to the A for like 10 games just to see how good he could be down there. And that's probably the route they're going to take, unfortunately.
It is.
As much as I think he deserves a spot on this team, because I think he earned it. He outplayed lots of defensemen on this team. Like, he looked like one of the top 6 defensemen of the preseason.
He did,
I think that's a fair statement.
Yes, that is very fair.
However, it's just
not saying
like
much, but that's very fair.
But it's the pattern that this organization has of what they like to do with their young guys. I think they're going to end up sending him down, which is very sad to me. But
I'm not that mad at it. I'm really not that mad at it.
I just want to see the kid.
Like you said,
give me the kid.
But it's not like the first month of the season without ASP is going to make or break this Red Wings team, what they are this year.
No, absolutely not.
So give him some time in Grand Rapids. Let him develop even more. Let him get even more confidence. Let him run that power play 1 in Grand Rapids and get used to that. And then, yeah, they're gonna be. I'm buying New Jersey. He's gonna be on the team at some point this year.
All right, so I want to talk about 2 forwards who I absolutely despise watching this preseason, and that's JT Compher and Jonathan Berggren.
Oh, dude. Boom, boom, perfect. Those are the first two that came to mind when you said that. Bergeron looks slow. He's out of place. He's out of position. He's not hustling. He's just aimlessly crashing the net with no purpose or real intent. Like, I like Johnny Burgers. I thought every time he was given an opportunity, he would score a couple goals. We've been waiting 3 years for him to be something more than a guy that'll score you a goal if somebody gets injured. And he hasn't made. I think Amadeus Lombardi can do everything that Jonathan Berggren can do for the Red Wings right now. Right now, I think he could do everything that Berggren can do. And so, I don't want to be an asshole, but like we're blocking a guy like Lombardi for Berggren. I mean, it's not like Lombardi's going to be on your top six.
Or Finney for Berggren. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah. Berggren. I will just cut the legs out from underneath. Like,
and Comfort.
There's nothing we can do about him.
Cop has to stay healthy this year. Like, I don't think people understand how important Cop is to this team.
Yes.
Because if he goes down and JT Comfort is your number 2 center, it's over.
It is over. Like, that is a huge drop off that people don't understand is a drop off.
He was playing. Cop was playing so well last year before he got injured.
Yeah. Comfort is slow. He can't play defense anymore, which is his calling card.
He can't even penalty kill.
No, he's not even on the penalty kill.
We'll put him in. He's got to be good at faceoffs, right? No, not that.
Okay,
he gets sloppy goals. Like, is that a trait? Like, he always seems to get dirty goals. I think that's something you need.
That's because he can't do anything else but sit in front of the net in the offensive zone.
Also, I saw Dylan Larkin in front of the net a lot last night, and I'm cool with that. He did it last year also. Todd likes using him there because he's very good. His burst to, like we saw it on his goal, his burst to a rebound. Like, not a lot of guys that play net front have that kind of quick burst that Larkin does. So if he sees a rebound, boom, he can get in there, and he's not afraid to mix it up. He's not afraid to get a little grimy. That's honestly when he's at his best. We saw that in Worlds like that. When he was at his best was when he's being a little grimy. But if he's gonna do that, we need somebody who's ready to kill somebody out there. We need somebody that, like David Perron, if he gets cross-checked in the back of the net, you got to come over there and you got to punch somebody. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's not even the guy that cross-checked him. You got to punch somebody in the fucking face. That's why I love David Perron. You need somebody who's going to do that. That's got to be. It can't be Mo Seider. It can't be Mo Seider. You need Mo Seider to kill the penalty. So you need somebody. It's got to be Ben Sherratt. It's got to be Marco Kasper. DeBrincat likes to get a little grimy when he's protecting guys. Maybe it's going to be him. But I like Larkin playing net front. They did it last year, and it worked pretty well. It worked very well in this game against Toronto. But if he's going to do that, you need somebody who's got to be ready to slash somebody across the hip. Like, because Larkin's going to get cross-checked. He's going to get hit in the back. And I don't want him taking a penalty. I don't want Mo Seider taking a penalty. We got to get somebody out there that's going to put somebody in the dirt, in the ice. Sorry.
I like the variation that Larkin gives you when he is net front, because he's shown as well that he's a very good passer out of the net front, where he can find guys in that slot area to give our scorers open shots, and I do like that.
Like ASP creeping down from the blue line.
Pew! And then Dylan Larkin. Stop! You're making me laugh. Dylan Larkin, though, that is when he's playing at his best, for sure, is when he is getting down in there. And that's when he had his best scoring season, was when he was getting gritty in front of the net, finding loose pucks there. And I completely agree. I think that's a great spot for him. Now let's flip to the other unit, the PK. I do think that Appleton looked great. We saw Kasper out there as well, which was great. First time this preseason we saw him on the PK. Hopefully they continue to go away from Raymond and Larkin. It's just too much on them, and you see it in March.
We don't need them wasting energy focusing on killing penalties. We need them scoring goals. That's it.
JVR plays PK when he comes back?
I wouldn't mind it. Again, I would like to see Moose get out there. I think
I don't know what their issue with Moose on the.
I don't know. I feel like he's the perfect penalty killer. Like, he's long. He could take face-offs. He's physical. You know, like I feel like he'd be a good option there, but maybe they don't like him because he's slow. But
I haven't seen Mazer there either.
Mazer should be in the Appleton. I like. I'm cool with Casper.
Appleton's playing great on the PK.
If you want to put Kopp on the PK, I'd be cool with that. Yeah, as long as it's not Larkin or Raymond, I'm honestly fine with it.
I agree. They need to be focused on being the offensive catalyst of this team. They can't be sitting back and taking
wasting
block
energy
shots.
Because that takes a lot of energy. Playing PK takes a lot. You're going
PK
back
is
and
the
forth.
most taxing thing that you can do as a forward or a D is playing in the PK. It's the most physically taxing, especially if you get caught out there. If you get caught out there, it's essentially taking 3 shifts for one if you get caught out there because you are moving so much and the physicality it takes to be on the PK. You're always hitting or blocking shots. It's just it wears on you, and it's not the right move for our superstars at all.
No. Some people can do it. Some superstars can do it. Some superstars do it. Do. But we don't have superstars. Our stars can't do that. Our stars have to focus on being stars because they're not superstars. A superstar can do it, but we need these guys to go out there and be the stars that they are. Prove to me you can be a superstar.
How hyped were you to see your boy back, Edmondson?
Oh, I was very hype. Very hype. Expecting a big year out of him.
They're selling his jersey. He's one of the jerseys that they're selling in the team store as one of the upfront. I was like, oh, okay, Ed.
Pushing
man.
big Ed. Yeah. He needs to shake the rust off a little bit. Maybe happy we have 8 preseason games because now Ed gets to play in a couple of them. He'll be good to go by the regular season. But it was good to see him out there. Need him. Need his size. Need his playmaking ability from the blue line, and his offense from the blue line. I want to see that take a little uptick because he's good. He's good crashing in, and
I want to see him shoot more.
Yeah, he's got a good shot. I'd like to see him crash in a little bit more from the blue line, and he'll be able to do that with Aljo taking a step. So, it's good to see those guys back together. I love that pairing.
I like Aljo.
They're such a good pairing.
They are, and Aljo looked great this preseason. He looked like he's more comfortable with the puck. He looks like he's moving a little better as well, filling into his 6-foot frame. I like Aljo a lot. I think he's going to take another step this year. I think you're really going to see how big just that – because Aljo kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like he was just meddling along, and then we pulled him up, and there was no expectations for him. And then he comes up, and he starts playing well.
And he's just
continued to grow as a player. Yeah, he did lock down McDavid. And he's continued to grow as a player. I'm excited to see that growth. I think that he has a floor of just a very solid defenseman. And that's what he's going to give you this year. Like, the most solid, fourth defenseman possible. Like, he's there. He makes plays. He does the right thing when he has the puck. And he, like you said, he's a great partner for Simon Edmondson.
I agree, dude. I think if both of these guys take the steps, not even the steps I'm expecting, because I'm expecting pretty big steps, especially from Edmondson, but if they both take decent steps forward, you're looking at, you can't ask for much better out of your second pair than what I think these guys are going to project to be. And Aljo looked more confident with the puck, moving with the puck, moving in the neutral zone with the puck, and that's important. Because, like I said, that'll give Edmondson the ability to crash hard on the other side to get into the offense more if Aljo's able to move the puck around a little bit. So I liked seeing that. He was moving around Bedard pretty well. He got him going as well. So, I like the step he takes. He's just got to keep going. Like you say, he's consistent. He's shown that he is a defenseman in the NHL, and now we need to see if he can take a step to be actually a legitimate top 4 defenseman, which I think isn't a crazy assumption. I think he's trending in that direction. So
I don't think so either. We're still seeing the Sherratt-Sider pairing very often this preseason. So it appears that we're going to see. Do you think Hamonic is that 6th defenseman? Because I feel like he played the most during the preseason.
Yeah, I think so. They like him.
I'm honestly Docker was kind of.
Cheeks.
I wasn't too impressed with him.
He was not good. He's got the track record though. So does Harmonic. It's probably Harmonic. They like him. It's not gonna be
They
ASP.
brought him in for a reason. Yeah, he did play with ASP, and it's like putting your prized possession with the old grandpa to keep watch.
Yeah.
I want Sherratt away from Mo-Sider. I
do
know
too,
that's
but
such
it's not gonna
a
happen.
nitpick. It's not gonna happen. I know it's not gonna happen. I have to cope with that fact, but
And I think
hate the fact that
I think Harmonic's got. I mean, they're so familiar with him. Like, obviously, they play against him a lot, or they played against him a lot when he was with Ottawa. So, yeah, it's probably going to be him. And that's not the worst thing that could happen. You know, I'm not mad about it. It's better than Justin Hall. I'll say that.
It is better than just.
It's not like I'm like, yeah, Bernard Docker or Harmonic. Battle for the ages. No way. But either are better than Justin Hall. So I'm fine with that.
You don't think for
a little, like I said, ASP's coming. Don't worry about that. ASPs are coming. So yeah, it's a spot filler for the first 2 months of the season, and then it'll be ASP.
So you think it's going to be Gustafson, Harmonic, Johansson, Edmondson, Sherratt, Sider.
Yeah.
Wallander back to GR.
Wallander back in GR. Bernard Docker as the movement guy, as the seventh, and then yeah, you can fucking fire Justin Hall out of a cannon. I don't care.
I'm pretty sure that he's just gonna sit on the roster, dude. He's actually ridiculously skinny. I did not. The Red Wings social media team had a picture of Justin Hall in his Under Armour, and he is literally my build. He is so skinny.
I'm not surprised. He hasn't played he's big.
I couldn't believe it. I literally couldn't believe it. He looked like he was as skinny as a board.
Guy's a turd, dude. Who do you think? Do you think it's going to be Harmonic too?
I think it's going to be Harmonic.
They've used him so much. They like him. I don't want to say he fits well with Gustafson because that's a shit pair, but he does. They complement each other.
Yeah, they do. They complement each other, absolutely. And I think that Docker will get a game here and there in this first month just to give him a chance. Stop.
You did it.
I'm just talking with my hands, though. I don't mean to do it. 6-7. All right. Shout out to Ryan. Shout
out to your hockey team. Why don't you update the people on you guys before we get out of here?
We're buzzing right now. 4-1 on the year.
There we go.
Our only loss was to Omaha in Omaha.
Shout out Peyton Manning.
They were all ranked in the top 30 last year. So the rankings come out in the next couple of weeks, and we should be ranked in the top 20, and it's the top 16 that make it to nationals. So we're low-key buzzing, and also half our team is hurt right now too, and we're still heading on.
2024
so
Lions.
We're going down to Chicago this weekend to take on Loyola. They're absolutely awful. We beat them 36-2 last year combined over 2 games.
Can you do the Amon-Ra St. Brown salute if you score?
Yes, absolutely.
That's an easy one, I think, right? Yeah. Do it right at their bench.
I'll do it right at their bench. I actually I couldn't get the video though of me hitting the 6-7 over Michigan's goalie. My teammate was a little not in there when didn't hit the record button on the camera behind the net. Yeah. I was so salty. I had to find him in court.
Yeah.
Do you know? Are you familiar with hockey court?
No.
All right, so hockey court is when someone does something, you can fine them between $1 and $5. And so it can be anything. Yeah, and then it goes to our team shampoo, our end of the year party.
Nice.
So we find the rookies for whatever we want. I find them for having to drive back and forth from Detroit to Kalamazoo all the time.
For you having to drive?
Yeah. I find it's called a rookie blanket. So they all have to pay $1.
Yeah.
and it can be anything for like the rookies. But when you find like someone actually like I find someone for wearing an Indiana Tech shirt, like you can't wear an Indiana Tech shirt
That's fair.
at Western. Easy
Yeah.
fine.
Easy fine.
And then when like the Tigers lose,
Yeah.
like I kept finding people for that. It's just like jokes, and
Yeah.
it's a way to like make sure that we have everything
just
that
to
we
raise
need.
some money and stuff. Yeah, that's cool.
They do court. I don't remember where they stopped doing court at, but court is very relevant in all like hockey circles. Like they still do it at NCAA college hockey as well. So I've always been curious if they still do it in the pros.
I'll ask
And
next time I see him. Well, he would.
should
Well,
ask
yeah, he
D-Mac.
would probably know. He's around the locker room a lot.
I don't know if court's a newer thing though.
No, I'll ask him about like the team now. He's around the locker room a lot. I'm sure he would.
Oh,
know.
okay, hell yeah, sweet. All right, thank you, Spenny. But that's
Next
gonna
time
do
I
it
see
for us.
Mo
I know you
Sider,
gotta-
next time I see Mo Sider, I'll be like, "Hey Mo, you guys still do hockey?"
You guys do court?
What do you mean?
That,
What is court? Dude, Mo's a beauty. I
you
fucking
actually have
love
a
him.
really good Cider impression.
He was like,
you low-key nailed it.
yeah, he was
Nailed the
like,
accent.
I was like, hey, have a good year, Mo. He looked back, he's like, thank you. I was like, no problem, big guy. He's fucking huge, dude.
Man, a few words. And
I remember
and I love
Let's-
that about him. He's got
Let's
that
was like, how did you
no-word
know
aura.
who he was? I was like, well, I know what Mo Sider looks like. Like, hockey fans will be able to know these guys. But only hockey fans will be able to know what other
Absolutely.
hockey players look like. Like, honestly, if Mo Sider was walking through, like, a street, I bet an average person wouldn't know who he was. But, I mean, I know what he looks like. And then I was like, yeah, he's like a fucking 6'4" German dude. Like, he kind of stands out a little bit. So, you know, he's wearing a Tigers hat.
Call me stupid. What I did just realize, they went with this logo from 1954 instead of the newer one.
Yeah, that one's better anyways.
Yeah, that one's sick. I didn't even realize that until I was looking at the bottom of our screen.
All right, we out of here?
Yeah, we're out of here. Thank you so much for watching Woodward Wings. Make sure you tap in Thursday night post-game show. Red Wings Montreal. First one of the season. The boys are getting after it.
Boys are back.
We might have to call in Sean Baligian on this one, see if he'll tap in for a couple seconds. That'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
absolutely lit. No matter who wins, it would be cinema. So make sure you tap in Thursday right after the game here on Woodward Sports. Me and Spencer, at least, will have you locked in with your post-game coverage. Thank you so much for watching. Keep a lookout every Saturday, 10:30. From me, from Spencer Raxter. Peace out. Go.
Peace.